What's up, guys? How's it going? Ramon here. We are currently heading to the Hula Mound. Today happening is the Legend Surf Invitational at Oceanfest, as well as the tandem contest. Now, there's only 2 times a year you get to spectate tandem surfing here on Oahu, and that's at the Oceanfest and in February at the Buffalo Big Board Surfing Classic. So today's gonna be an epic day. Can't wait to shoot some interviews, show you guys some behind the scenes, and capture the action. Stick around.
In the house. Mahalo for all your help. Right here in Nevada.
All right.
Bird. Oh, green, excuse me. Green flying.
So right here, heat sheet.
Pearl dive. But she got some work done
for Wednesday.
That is,
so we got Outrigger Reef.
Out there is Brook Nevada in the blue. Matthew Tin with a beautiful first ride.
Our Tiger, all striped.
Right here, born and raised
Hawaiian
at
here.
and legendary Clark Abbey.
Hawaii News Now. Oh.
This guy,
Alika, Keahi, Chad, Ryan,
surfs
Troy,
big waves, grovel small waves.
First Hawaiian Bank.
He does it. DJ Rogers in the house, POP.
So we're just about 5 minutes out from the start of the tandem surfing heat, round 1, and the tandem surfers are now making their way out. For the start of round 1, in red we have Jonathan Nathaniel Radke and Sayge Radke, and white Christian Bartsch and Ines Love, in yellow Bear Wozniak and Cindy Wozniak, and finally in blue Alex LeBon and Kate Feloy.
I'm Kate.
I'm Alex.
Yeah, we're here at the Duke Oceanfest Tandem event. I got into it through Alex. How did you get into it?
I got into it through my friend Roderick, who about 6 years ago.
Yeah, we're going to be back for the expression session on Friday afternoon. So yeah, I get to surf again with like all the teams. So it'll be really fun. That's kind of the best bit of the whole event. It's just fun. It's such a good time.
Yeah.
Our last wave, we got a good last wave.
Yeah, it's really good.
Right at the buzzer, yeah.
Hey, how's it? I'm Jon Radke.
I'm Sayge Radke.
Yeah, right on. We've been, this is our first time doing the Dukes Oceanfest, so we're just really excited to be here. And Sayge got stung by a bee in our first heat, but she managed to keep on going and keep a smile on her face and keep on paddling and surfing. So she's a hammer. Right on, Sayge. Good for you. Well, yeah, Sayge, when did we get started tandem surfing?
I don't know.
Probably when she was just a baby and floaties. I take her out surfing. That's like how she caught her first wave. Was with me. And then I just put her on my shoulders and, you know, just do the easy kind of stuff like that. And it just kind of morphed into something more competitive. Yeah. Today was beautiful. We had it on the low tide. Kind of a declining southwest swell. But the waves were consistent and there was only, you know, 3 other teams out, so you just take your pick and everyone's nice, everyone's chatting it up, and I think we were lucky enough to get a couple of set waves, so it was good fun, always good fun.
Cool. And then are you going to be progressing to the repo? Have you heard yet?
I don't know, the scores haven't come out yet, but I mean, I think we do get to surf again, whether it's in the semis today or whether it's in the repo, but we'll guarantee get a surf again. And thanks to the Tandem Ohana out here, they're showing us some new moves, so we might try to throw some new moves in the repertoire. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome. All right.
Sayge, what do you think, Sayge?
Wait, about what?
What do you think about today?
I think today was really fun, and I look forward to just surfing more with my dad.
Yeah.
And hopefully moving on into the next heats.
Aloha, guys. Thank you.
Hey, O'ahu Surf Films. My name's Bartsch, and this is...
I'm Ines.
So, just my history of tandem. I started doing it in about 2007 or 8. A good friend of mine had met a tandem girl down here, and I saw what they were doing. And at the time, I was a shortboarder and just really been kind of looking for something more. I had been doing that for a long time, and I just gravitated to it instantly. So I've been doing it for a really long time, and in the more recent time, I met her, and she was just getting into surfing, and so it was just a good match for me to kind of start over, and start doing the basic tandem lifts again, because I had gotten out of shape and I hadn't been competing for a really long time, and the more we surf together, the more fun we have. I couldn't have really met a better partner, for this stage in, what I'm doing. What do you think?
That's great. And I was learning to surf. And I was also, before I started surfing, I was doing acro yoga, which is like yoga and acrobatics, also partner yoga. And so when I met Krystl, it was kind of a natural thing for me to transition, because I was doing both surfing and acro yoga, and tandem is both together. So it's like double the fun. And so with his experience, I'm very lucky because I'm very new at this. And so he's been teaching me a lot. And the most important thing that I appreciate about Krystl is he's keeping me safe. And he values safety above, like performance. And at our combined age of 110, that's important.
A little about, you were asking me about the history that I know of tandem was, the stories I've heard is, the Duke and the original Beach Boys, they were doing everything they could for the tourists that were coming here. And so part of that was taking the tourist ladies out surfing. And, to get more tips, they started doing, a cradle, where you hold the woman down here, and then a swan, it's up on her shoulder. And, it just became kind of a rivalry for them to do better things to impress, everybody on the beach and their friends. And, this where this contest was, this is where it all happened, And so, it's an amazing history. And that's really what Duke Fest Dukes Oceanfest is here to capture, you know, and we're so lucky to still have a tandem event here. And because there hasn't been a lot of support in the last few years for it. All of us that are into it, we're just constantly trying to get people into it because we love it. And people don't really understand how fun it is until you do it. And, you know, when you're surfing by yourself, it's a solo sport. But anybody that's played a team sport, soccer, you name it, there is a whole different dynamic about you being dependent on your whole team. And so your two-person team, it's just awesome. When you have a really good wave, there's a person that was there with you experiencing it, you know, which is different than when you tell your friends about the best wave you caught. And my friends tell me, well, if I didn't see it, it didn't happen. And your partner always saw it. And so it's just been such a great thing for me and, you know, really enjoy it. Well, I think it was, for one, we had great conditions, you know, no wind. Like I said, we're still kind of in our infant stage of trying to develop their harder lifts. We pulled probably most of the stuff that we've been practicing lately better than we have. So we felt great in that we at least lived up to our potential. Not likely that we're going to win the event, but it's a start, you know, and when we have more time to train together, we're definitely going to take it to the next level when we can. Well, I've done the Buffalo about the 16 of the last 17 years, so we will definitely be there.
Cool. All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, aloha.
It's an honor to be here in honor of Duke and doing the shoulder stand and shoulder sit. This is the classic photographs, and it's just like feels really good to be part of this.
Hey, how's it? Aloha. I'm Jordan Patterson from Makaha Beach, and I'm a tandem surfer, and this is...
My name is Jensie Givens. I just started my journey in tandem surf with my partner Jordan, and this was actually my first contest today.
Awesome. So how do you guys think you did out there?
I think we did really good, considering the fact we only surfed 4 times up until this point, but yeah, I think we killed it. We did really good, yeah.
Cool. And you look really good out there. There were a couple of waves where you like, I don't know what they call it when you pop up, but he was holding you like, I don't know whatever it's called, but yeah, you guys look really sharp out there. So what type of board were you riding today?
We're using a big 12-foot board. It was used for surf lessons a long time ago.
Yeah.
And actually, Zainai Kau came up and saw it, and he was like, "What? How'd you get one of these still?" Yeah, but we're using one of those old school surf lesson board.
Okay, cool. And then, so for your first time, do you think this is something you want to pursue after that first heat? Does it feel natural?
Yes, it definitely feels natural. I'm a former competitive gymnast, so being on my hands is second nature for me, and so I just came out here and surfed a ton and was able to find Jordan my way into this organization. And I love being in the water and I love competing, especially with hungry competitors, so it's definitely something I want to continue pursuing.
Awesome. Thanks for the interview, guys. Anything else you guys want to say?
Tune in to the next heats and watch us win.
Let's go!
Cool. So I'm gonna hit.
How's it? My name is Kekoa Kekumano. This is my partner.
Angelee, Homma.
And so tell us about the conditions today. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was kind of
Manini.
Yeah, it was a little smaller on the smaller side, but it was still nice. Had some small ones kind of come in, but as far as like the winds and stuff, wasn't too bad. It wasn't too funky, but it was nice overall. Yeah.
Okay. How long you guys been partners for?
I think about 3 years. This is our 3rd Dukes Fest.
Right.
And then we did Makaha once, yeah?
One time.
Once, yeah.
So how do you train for tandem surfing? That's the biggest question. How do you train for that? How do we get into that?
Well, technically, we do a lot of lifts on land first. So 90% is on land.
Yeah.
Then we try to apply it in the water. So of course, you have to have a good waterman that can do. So we use watermen and teach them acrobat. We don't do acrobatics, try to do surfing.
Right.
Yeah.
But
we should train and practice more, but it's my fault.
Yes.
Angelee, my partner, is real adamant, and I'm not good at it. So I slack off a lot. That's why we don't come in first. But we still try.
Yeah. Awesome. That's all that matters. You're out there, you're trying, you're having fun.
And we're having definitely fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're definitely going to look at the footage today. We got some footage of you guys.
Awesome.
So.
Thank you.
Yes.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
I'm so excited about that.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
So are you guys going to progress to the repo or?
I'm hoping. I think.
Hey, Mickey, Surf School, Micah. Oh yeah, thank you, bro. I just took a sip, so I just wanted to yell at you on the microphone. That coffee stays strong, bro. Go check out this guy in the blue and red tent, Mickey, Surf School. One of the best lessons money could buy. Oh, Halsey's Legends by the Outrigger Canoe, Uncle Oka,
he might not stop
and Beach Boy, and Uncle Alika Willis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the question?
Oh, the question was, shoot, I don't even remember. Dang. You know what? I think I had asked you guys how you train, and you were telling me how you train.
Right.
Oh, then I asked you if you were going to go over to the repo.
Oh, the repo. I think we all did good in our heat. Like all the team did good. But I'm assuming we're going to go to the repo.
Yeah, we're not too sure yet. We hope so.
Yeah.
We got to go check the scores.
Yeah. Okay, and then is this your first Ocean Fest?
No,
this is our 3rd time.
Third time.
Third time, actually.
3
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Aloha.
Thank you. Aloha.
Aloha, my name is Krystl Apeles, and I am a tandem surfer along with.
Aloha, I'm Kalani Vierra. I'm also a tandem surfer, and we're both from the island of Kauai.
Awesome. So, Kalani and Krystl, let's start off. How did you guys get into tandem surfing?
Well, each of our stories are a little different, and then we met in the middle, but You know, for me, it actually started here in Waikiki. I was going to UH and kind of got introduced to tandem surfing, learned about Duke Kahanamoku, and from there it's been something I've been passionate about ever since. When I moved back to Kauai was when I partnered up with Kalani.
Yeah, and for myself, I was approached. I'm a surfer, I'm a lifeguard, I'm a waterman, and I was approached by a lady named Blanche Yoshida, and she was a tandem surfer back in the 60s, and she took a break in her life, got married, got kids, and 30 years later she wanted to tandem surf again, so she was looking for a partner. Everybody said, hey, you should check out with Kalani, so we met and we did a couple of practices, and that's how I got introduced to surfing, tandem surfing. We used to surf against each other. Krystl had other partners herself, and then at one point in our career, we both didn't have partners. I tandem surfed with my daughter for a few years, and other partners. Then we seen each other in the Costco one day, and we said, "Hey, are you surfing?" No, and then the rest is history. We've been surfing together for like the past 10 years or so already.
About there.
So it shows because you guys look real good out there. Like, you look real good out there. So we got some good rides. Cool. Yeah. So now that we know about how you got into surfing, how was the conditions out there today? Like, how do you feel about your heat?
There's just something magical about Waikiki. I mean, you always want the best waves. You always want, you know, bigger waves, but no matter what, you always leave here just feeling humbled and happy and grateful for what you had out there with everyone else being there. We haven't had too many tandem contests, so it was just nice having everyone come together. There was some new teams, some old teams, and just having the camaraderie out there. The waves were actually pretty good in our heat, so we were pretty fortunate on that part. We got 4 good rides and came in and we got smiles on our faces.
Yeah, I agree. The conditions was better than expected. You know, but it's all about getting together with other tandem teams and enjoying the spirit of tandem surfing. It is a unique sport that you don't see every day. The people on the beach are amazed on what they see when we're on a wave together. And we're out there cheering each other on and, you know, just having fun sharing. I mean, we're in a competition, but you won't know it when we're out there because we're just having so much fun and cheering each other. So it's all about having fun, you know, and you know, competition is maybe third, you know, but I think having fun and, you know, getting back to our tandem ohana, and I think then the competition, but
celebrating Duke.
And this is probably the best place to do it, where it all started with Duke Kahanamoku here with the Waikiki Beach Boys, and they kind of started the whole tandem surfing as a friendly competition, and then it kind of grew. And at one point in the 60s, tandem used to be on the wide world of sports, believe it or not. You can archive that, and it was a huge event down in Makaha back in the mid-60s. It was aired on national television, couple thousand people crowds, and you know, hopefully it'll come back to that one day. You know, our goal is to hopefully one day I would like to see tandem surfing in the Olympics, you know, as like pairs figure skating. You know, it's really popular at the Olympics for viewing, and surfing is inducted into Olympics, so hopefully we can build up some momentum and steam and see if we can get that happening in the next. Our goal is try to do an exhibition in the next 2028 Olympics, which will be held in LA. So that's kind of our goal. We're working on see if that'll be possible. While the surfing event is going on, a few of our tandem teams can go out and show the world what tandem surfing is about. And then maybe we would have more interest that will maybe get inducted to tandem surfing maybe in the near future.
Awesome. And so tell us about your hat. I see that hat you're wearing, and I know there's a documentary going on, so can you tell us about the documentary?
You can start and I can jump in.
I'm just trying to think how long it was. So there is a documentary being made about tandem. You know, when we talk about how it started here in Waikiki, it probably did start past that, but in a competitive sense, the popularity of it grew here. It went to California, where there was Muscle Beach, and so that's where the introduction of lifts came in. So the back and forth, I think, just between that brought it to a little bit of a higher competitive level in the lift sense. And like he said, in the 60s, there was newscasters in the water, and they're like going by the play-by-play, talking to the surfers. So that was its, you know, peak of everything. And then it started to die off. People kind of forgot about tandem surfing. But it's still around. It's, you know, teams like us and Alika, and there's just so many of us that still want to perpetuate it and still do it, still show up. And we're just hoping people can stand behind us and see that this is a sport worthy of something like the Olympics. I don't think people expect that when they hear tandem surfing, because a lot of times when you think tandem surfing, it might just be, you know, going into a cradle or just standing on the board together. They're not aware that it's evolved into this whole sport. And so that documentary kind of touches base on how it evolved from where it was to where it is now. And I think it kind of blows people's minds to see where it is today.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff's in the documentary is not only about tandem surfing in the ocean. There'll be tandem surfing on the hydrofoil. There'll be tandem surfing behind a boat on the wake. There'll be tandem surfing in a wave pool. So there's going to be a variety of different, you know, tandem surfing in different aspects besides the ocean. So even more so on the hydrofoil. I think a lot of people are really going to blow their mind watching us tandem surf on the hydrofoil.
That's awesome. And then, so if we want to follow the documentary, where can we find it on social media? What's the tag for the account?
Yeah, so Tandem Surf Doc. It's on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. There's a lot of information and videos and all kinds of you know, blurbs about the documentary. The documentary lady, her name is Dana Calme. She's like she does documentary videos and movies and stuff. So she's been working with us for the last probably 6 years, traveling around with us and a bunch of other tandem surfers, going into their homes and following them at their home life and their other hobbies in their life. And hopefully, when it's all done, I think there's a couple of more footage that we need to get on bigger waves, tandem surfing, and also trying to film that petroglyph on the Big Island that we found out. There's a petroglyph of a tandem surfer or tandem surfing somewhere on the Big Island that we want to get information and go and find the petroglyph and film that, because if that is true, which a lot of people say it is, that means tandem surfing's been around even well before we even think, you know, back to ancient Hawaii.
Awesome. All right, thanks guys for interviewing today, and we look forward to seeing more of you at the Dukes Oceanfest. Aloha.
All right, aloha and mahalo.
Waikiki Beach Boys in the house. Go with John Paul, Outrigger Canoe Ride. You can find some original canoe captains from down here at the beach, like a champ from yesterday and a tandem champion from last year, but he won his 16-year-old Masters division. Go check him out. Photo shoot, 11:49. Go. Keone Downing out in the lineup. Oh, look at this tandem photo. That is awesome. Big round of applause, guys. If you guys have never seen this ocean water discipline, they're going to be back at 2:30. Dina Miranda, get in there. Photo shoot. Usually on the other side of the lens with your bombers. Cheku. Oh, Ramon. Let's go, O'ahu Surf Films. Oh, the cameras and the equipment just keep getting smaller. It's like a checker.
All right, guys, so you got some history lessons from the history and the start of tandem surfing. We got a chance to sit down with some teams and check them out and learn about, you know, how long they've been tandem surfing, how they get into tandem surfing, what helps them on land, like doing acro yoga. So thank you guys for tuning into today's episode. I hope you enjoyed tandem surfing and also learning about the history and just how fascinating and interesting it is to watch tandem surfing. As always, please like, comment, and also hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all things surf on the island of Oahu. Aloha.